all for attending this Shrimad Bhagwatam class. So before we begin, we do our Mangalacharan prayer as usual. So those who know, they can also recite with me. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksuramilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padana Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitanscha Gurave Gaurachandraya Shri Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nastapraye Swabhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Mandamater Gatihi Mat Sarvasva Padambojo Radha Madan Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimadharatna Garasimha Sanosto Srimadharadha Shila Govinda Devo Prestali Visevyamano Smarami Sriman Rasarasarambi Bhamsi Vatatatasthitah Karshan Venu Swanir Gopi Gopinath Siestunah Bansi Vibhushit Karan Navaniradabha Pitambara Daruna Bimba Faladarosta Puranendu Sundara Mukharavinda Netra Krishna Param Kimapi Tatvaham Najane Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratu Se Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today we'll begin lesson 11 from chapter 2 of Shrimad Bhagwatam Canto 1. We will cover verses from 22 to 29. So in the previous verses up to 21, the glory of bhakti is described. So in this section, what we're gonna do today, the glory of Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is mentioned, and it is the topmost object of worship. That is what we're gonna learn today about it, right? So in this group of verses from 22 to 29, Sut Goswami presents the conclusion of previous verses and mentioned that Vasudev, Lord Krishna, is the only object of worship. So we will share the screen now and I will show you the verse we're going to start from. Okay, we'll go from here. So we'll begin from text 22. It says, Ato vai kavayo nityam bhaktim paramaya muda vasudeve bhagavati kurvanti atma prasadanim. So the translation for this verse is, certainly therefore, since time immemorial, ataha is therefore, and why is certainly. Kavayaha meaning transcendentalist. Therefore, since time immemorial, nityam means always. So all transcendentalists have been rendering, means performing, devotional service to Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, with great delight, because such devotional service is enlivening to self. So this verse says, therefore, that means it is connected to the previous verses. And the statement is given that all transcendentalists, means one who are above these three modes of material nature, one who had understood the supreme truth, those are the transcendentalists, they are performing devotional service to Krishna. Now, why they are performing, that is given in the second sentence. The reason they are performing is that such devotional service is enlivening to the self. Param mudaya. Paramaya muda. Muda means it gives delight to the heart. And that is the reason they are doing. So time immemorial means that time is not even calculated, from the very, very beginning. All transcendentalists, means from the creation of this material world, all of them have been performing devotional service to Lord Krishna. And Lord Sri Krishna, why? Because he's Swayam Rupa personality of Godhead. And all other forms of Godhead that we know, they are all other, they are beginning from Sri Baladev, because Baladev is first expansion of Krishna. Then Sankarshan, Vasudev, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Narayan, Purusha avatars, Guna avatars, Leela avatars, Yuga avatars, and many other thousands of manifestations of the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, plenary portion and integrated part. So Krishna have two divisions. One is integrated part. They are called Vishnu Tattvas. And one separated part, that is we are the Jiva Tattvas. We are come under the category of separated living entity. And all others besides Krishna, they are integrated part of the Krishna. And that's why they are as worshipable as Krishna. Demigod also falls into separated. So all living entities, beginning from Brahma to the smallest ant, everybody falls into that category of separated part and parcel of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mama Ivanso, Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Right? So the purpose of worshipping Krishna is to get a delight, to get a self-prasadanim, means to enliven our heart. So when someone worship Lord Krishna, their hearts get enlivened. And why we need to worship Krishna, that is already described in the previous verses. The devotional service glories is defined, we learned previously, So that is the purpose of this text 22, where it is mentioned that all transcendentalists always want to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, Swayam Rup Krishna, So the next verse then will take us to another aspect of it, that how Lord Krishna takes three qualitative material nature for the expansion of the material world. Svattam rajastam iti prakrute gunastai yukta para purusa ekaihasya datte Tityadaye harivarinchita hareti sannaha shreyamsi tatra kalu sattvanor nuram shyuhu. So what this verse says is now that the transcendental personality of Godhead, who is Sri Krishna, is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature. We talked about these three modes of material nature many times. What are they? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. So now you see, it's very fine word, indirectly associated, not directly associated. Krishna indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature. And what are these natures? Given passion, goodness, and ignorance. And just for material words, why he do that thing? For the creation, maintenance, and destruction. He accepts three qualitative forms of Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. But out of all these three, the human being can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu only, not from Brahma and Shiva. They may get temporary benefit, but ultimate benefit talks about here, right? The ultimate benefit here that we get is from Vishnu only. Okay. So now, Brahma, when Lord Krishna associate with mode of passion, it becomes Brahma. When he associate with ignorance, he becomes Shiva. And when he associate with goodness, he becomes Vishnu. And these three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, they are required deities. Okay, and they are the in charge of this material world. Means one creates it, one destroys it, and one maintains it. Who creates it? Brahma creates it. Who destroys it? Lord Shiva. Who maintains it? Lord Vishnu. Now, one more important point to be remembered is this, that even though Lord Vishnu enters or assumes the mode of goodness, but he will not get contaminated by mode of goodness. We will see that in the later verse. Okay. So in this text 23 that we are discussing, Sut Goswami explains the relationship between Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Lord Sri Krishna is indirectly associated with three modes of material nature. Why? We discussed that thing, right? To create, to annihilate, and to maintain. And they are assuming, the Lord Krishna assumes these three modes of material nature. All right. So now we also learn about that, that only ultimate benefit you get it from Vishnu. Therefore, only Krishna can release us from prison of material world. No demigod can do this. The ultimate benefit is available only from Krishna. And that's why we have to take shelter of Lord Krishna and worship him always. Like Sri Krishna's next manifestation is Baldev, from Baldev Sankarshan, from Sankarshan Narayan, like that, So they are three. So as we learn in this verse, we have to remember there are three departmental heads of the three qualities of this material world. Who are the departmental head? The department is mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Three departments are there. And the heads of that department is, heads of passion is Brahma, heads of goodness is Vishnu, and departmental head of ignorance is Lord Shiva. Okay, so this is what this verse is about. Sattva, Rajas, Tama. Sattva is goodness, Raja is passion, Tama is ignorance. Okay, so as we learn, integrated form are called Godhead, and the separated form are called living entity. The two forms. Always remember that thing, that the Lord has integrated form, they fall under the Godhead category, and separated form, they fall under the living entities like us. Okay, now when I also explain about when Vishnu, the personality of Godhead, appears in the material world, he comes to deliver the conditioned living being, right, who are under the material energy. So such living beings appear in the material world with intention of being Lord, and thus they become entrapped by the three modes of material nature. So as such, the living entities have to change their material covering for undergoing different terms of imprisonment. Now, the prison house of the material world is created by Brahma under the instruction of personality of Godhead. And at the conclusion of Kalpa, Kalpa means a day of Brahma, which is very, very long. The whole thing is destroyed by Lord Shiva. And how Lord Shiva destroys it? By performing Tandav Nrutya. So you have to remember that also. Lord Shiva is he destruct the whole thing. He does it by Tandav Nrutya, a name of the dance that he does, Tandav Nrutya, by which this will be, this whole material world will be annihilated or destroyed. You know. So then we go to the next verse, 24. So very nice analogy is given in this verse. Parthiva daruno dhumas tasmat agnistriyamaya tamastastu rajastamastatvam yad brahma darshanam. Like that. So the translation for this verse is, firewood is transformation of earth, but smoke is better than the raw wood, and fire is still better, for by fire we can derive the benefits of superior knowledge through Vedic sacrifices. Similarly, passion means rajas is better than ignorance, means tamas, but goodness means sattva gun is best, because by goodness one can come to realize the absolute truth. Very interesting. So this verse, Sutta Goswami gives an example here. I will explain it to you. He gives the example that explains the comparative value of each of the three modes of material nature. Comparative value, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Okay, and so it will help us to understand the value of worshipping the respective deities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Okay, once we know this analogy, we will understand how we can worship these deities. So the example is used, and the three things are given: wood, smoke, and fire. Okay, wood, smoke, and fire. Remember, the first says the firewood is the transformation of earth here. So fire is superior out of these three, right? Wood, smoke, and fire. Fire is superior. Why fire is superior? Because it allows us to perform Vedic sacrifices. With fire, we do yajna, right, and do sacrifices, and that gives all kinds of material benefit as well as spiritual benefit as well. Then smoke is superior to wood because smoke gives indication that there is some fire or there will be some fire. In the beginning, there may be a smoke, but the fire is still to come, like that. Then similarly, so this is how the analogy is. The mode of passion is better than mode of ignorance. Okay, why? Because it gives the clue to help us realize the absolute truth. So here is comparative value, that passion is better than ignorance. But goodness is better than passion. Why? Because it is only through goodness we can actually realize the goal of understanding the absolute truth, which is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Okay. Therefore, the conclusion is made here in this verse is that Vishnu and Vishnu worship are superior, and we should not be mistaken. In other words, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, right? All these three. So we say, no, they three are not equal, because Vishnu's worship is better than Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. That is what it is trying to prove here by this example. Okay. So you all got that point? Okay. So then we'll move to the next point. Next verse will give us some other instruction. Okay. So this verse 25. Okay. Bejire munayo athagre bhagavantam adoksajam Sattvam visuddham kshemaya kalpante nutaniha. Translation. Previously, all the great sages rendered service unto the personality of Godhead due to his existence above the three modes of material nature. They worshipped him to become free from material conditions and thus derive the ultimate benefit. Whoever follows such great authorities is also eligible for liberation from the world. So this all indicates, we determine that Vishnu worship is better, right, than Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna. Because Vishnu only can get liberation. That will be explained here. And it is also explained that previously, means in, we can see the history of this world, that all the great sages, they have performed service to the personality of Godhead Krishna. Why? Because they worship him to become free from material conditions. So what is the material conditions? That is, we are in material conditions. Material conditions means we take, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. Means birth, death, old age, and disease. That is material condition. As long as we have this material body, as long as we get this body, we have a birth, death, old age, and disease. So those great sages perform service to Vishnu or Krishna to become free from material condition and thus derive the ultimate benefit. What is the ultimate benefit? Liberation. Liberations means to get rid of all the material miseries and go to the spiritual dham and eternally serve Lord Krishna in eternal dham with our eternal relationship with Krishna. So, and whoever follows such great authorities is also eligible for liberation. Now, in this verse, it will give us some Mahajanas, means the great personalities who have followed this process. And the Shastra recommend that we need to follow these Mahajanas, because Bhagavad Gita also says, Yada yada acharati shrestha tat tad eva taro janaha sa yat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Mean the great men, whatever the great men do, the common men follow, like that. Okay. So in this text 25, Sutta is instructing that the great sages worship him, knowing that the Lord is beyond the three modes of material nature. Why they worship him? To attain the ultimate benefit. Now, the ultimate aim of religious performance is to release oneself from material bondage and regain the life of freedom in the spiritual world, like I explained. The laws of religion are directly enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The laws of religion are not man-made. It is given by Lord Krishna himself. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. It means religion is enacted or given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So the laws of religion are directly enacted by Krishna, and except for the Mahajanas or the authorized agent of the Lord, no one knows the purpose of religion. So there are 12 particular agents of Lord. Okay, in Shastra, in Bhagwatam, it is described when we go to 6th canto. It describes and those 12 Mahajanas means great personalities. Okay, they know the purpose of religion, and persons who desire their own good may follow these Mahajan. So if we want the same result that they got by following what they were following, then if we follow that, we will also get the same result, right? So I will tell you the names of those 12 Mahajanas, the great personalities, which is described in Bhagavatam. It says, Swayambur Narado Sambhu, Kumaro Kapilo Manu, Pralado Janako Bhismo, Balir Vaya Shakir Vayam. So there's the 12. I will explain them. Swayambur is Lord Brahma himself. Narad Muni, everybody knows Narad Muni, you have heard the name. And Sambhu means Lord Shiva. So in the first line, Brahma, Narad, Shiva. These are the three Mahajanas. In second line, Kumaro, Kapilo, Bhismo, Kumaro, Kapilo, Manu. Kumaro, 4 Kumaras. We have heard their names. We will know more about 4 Kumaras when we go to 3rd chapter. Okay. Then there are 4 Kumar. Kapil Bhagwan, that it will be also described in Shrimad Bhagwatam later on. And Manu. Manu is the Manu and Satrupa. They are created by Brahma. They are the creator. Afterwards, they created this whole material universe, from Manu and Brahma. So in second line, Kumar, Kapil, and Manu. Kumara means 4 Kumaras, Janaka and Bhisma. And then Balir Vaya Sakir Vayam, another 3. Bali Maharaj, that character come in also. And Vaiyasaki means Sukdev Goswami. We have heard about Sukdev Goswami, right? And then Vayam means, because Yamraj is telling this verse, Vayam means he himself is addressing as Vayam, means Dharmaraj, Yamraj. So to understand religious principle, one has to follow parampara system, means disciplic succession. We talked about many times. And there are 4 lines of disciplic succession also, starting from Brahma, from Lakshmi, from Lord Shiva, and from Kumaras. Okay. And when the appropriate time comes, we will discuss in detail also. But I'm just putting their names right now. Then the next verse, 26 and 27, after knowing the glories of Lord Vishnu, these next 2 verses reject the demigod worship. So we'll recite that quickly and get into that. So verse 26 is saying, Mumuksavo Gora Rupan Hitva Bhuta Patin Mitha Narayana Kalaha Santa Bhajanti Hi Anasuyavaha. So those who are serious about liberation are certainly non-envious, and they respect all, yet they reject the horrible and ghastly forms of demigods and worship only the all blissful forms of Lord Vishnu and his plenary portions. So again, Lord of Vishnu is emphasized here. So then one may ask, how should we regard demigod? We have to respect them all, but reject the ghastly forms, horrible forms, and Vishnu, why we worship Vishnu? Because he is the only mukti path, means he only can give liberation. So demigod cannot give liberation. They can award worshipper some temporary and limited benefit. Okay, so that is also described in Bhagavad Gita. So now the Lord Krishna himself reject the demigod of worship. That is shown, the example shown is his Bala Leela in Vrindavan, called Lord Krishna stopped the worship of Lord Indra. So it is given here that Lord Sri Krishna, when he was personally present in Vrindavan, stopped the worship of demigod Indra and advised residents of Vraja to worship their business and to have faith in God. So I will show you that pastime in briefly also. But before that, we will recite the remaining verses. Then I will show you the slideshow of when and how Lord Krishna stopped the demigod worship. Okay. And that is the whole purpose of verse 26 and 27. So we'll recite 27 quickly and go to the, okay, here. रजस्तमस् प्रकृतयः समशीला भजन्ति वै पितृभूत प्रजेशादीन् श्रेयस्वर्य प्रजेशवः. So the translation for this one, those who are in mode of passion and ignorance worship those in same category, namely forefather, other living being, and the demigod who are in charge of cosmic activities, for they are urged by a desire to be materially benefited with women, wealth, power, and progeny. So the point is made here that uh, people worship according to their inclination, according to their whatever mode of material nature they are imbibing. So now, before I show that slide, so I would like to recite last two verses, which says, which confirms Sri Krishna, Supreme Godhead, is the only object of worship. And that is why demigod worship are here. So this is a very nice verse. I will have you recite it also. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakaha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriyaha, Vasudeva Param Jnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapaha, Vasudeva Paro Dharma, Vasudeva Paragatihi. So we'll read the translation and then we'll go to slides. So in the revealed scriptures, in the bona fide scripture, the ultimate object of knowledge is Sri Krishna. That is the whole conclusion of today's session. The personality of Godhead Krishna. Purpose of performing sacrifice is to please him. Yoga is to recognize him. All fruitive activity are ultimately rewarded by him only. He is the supreme knowledge, and all severe austerities are performed to know him. Religion, dharma, is rendering loving service unto him. He is the supreme goal of life. He is the gati. That is what it is said in the last sentence. Vasudeva parodharma, Vasudeva paragati. So I will take you to the PowerPoint show where Lord Krishna, because we show that Lord Krishna is the supreme object of worship. Okay, so now why he rejected demigod worship, that we will see here. I will go to another. Let me see if I can. Okay, so that is. Okay, so this is little slide. So I want to show you to indicate when Lord Krishna was in Vrindavan as a young boy, and the Vrajvasis was worshipping Indra, and he stopped that worship. Okay, so you can see in the first slide here that Nanda Baba is sitting on a chair. Lord Krishna is there, all Vrajvasis are there. So Krishna and Balaram also watch the cowherdmen preparing a ceremony. Ceremony of what? Worshipping Lord Indra. So they ask, my dear father, what is this all about? So Nand Maharaj said, my dear boy, our family does this every year because we need water so much. We must show thanks to Lord Indra for sending us the cloud to pour even enough rain to grow the vegetables. You know. Then he says, Krishna asked his father to stop sacrifice. There is no need for this. Please begin a special ceremony to worship local Brahmanas, Govardhan Hill, and let us have nothing to do with Indra at all. Make very nice food preparation, dal, chawal, halwa, pakora, sweet rice, sweet ball, sandesh, rasgulla, laddu. Ask Brahmanas to chant Vedic songs, and offer all these grains, then decorate all the cows and feed them well, give money and grains in charity to the Brahmanas, and feed every man and animal with nice prasadam. After feeding grass to the cows, the ceremony known as Govardhan Puja may begin. This ceremony will satisfy me. That is what Krishna is telling to his father and all Vrajvasis. And also Nand Maharaj called Brahmanas and began worshipping Govardhan Hill by chanting and offering uh, tasty prasadam. Gopis dressed nicely. Also, you can see here when that happened, Lord Indra saw this, and uh, that Lord Indra saw that this sacrifice was stopped by Krishna. He became very angry. So Indra called for terrible Samanta cloud and ordered uh, go over Vrindavan and cover everything with flood. I will also go riding on my elephant along with great storm. I shall use all my strength to punish the people of Vrindavan. So Indra decided to punish them because his worship was rejected. So now let's see what Krishna is doing. So now ordered by the king Indra, all the dangerous cloud went over Vrindavan and began to pour water with all their strength and power. There was constant thunder and lightning, severe wind and rain. Every man and animal in Vrindavan was shaking with cold and went to Krishna to take shelter. And here you can see that everybody is taking shelter under that Govardhan hill that Krishna lifted. It's not properly shown here. You can see that here. So Lord Krishna then picked up Govardhan hill with one hand, exactly as a child picks up a mushroom from the ground, and said, my dear brother, my dear father, my dear friends, now come under the umbrella of Govardhan hill, which I have just lifted. Do not be afraid that the hill will fall from my hand. Everyone and their animal stayed there for 1 week without feeling hungry or thirsty. They were simply amazed to see how Krishna held up the mountain with the little finger of his left hand. Since then, Krishna has been known as the lifter of Govardhan hill. Okay, so here you can see, then seeing the wonderful power of Krishna, Indra, the king of heaven, called for all the clouds, asked them to stop, because now he recognized the power of the Indra is here sitting. You can see the Indra here, and he came with the Surbi cow, to beg pardon from Lord Krishna. In that way, we can see here Indra, the king of heaven, understood now that he had behaved very badly. Slowly and humbly, he came before Krishna to say how sorry he was. With folded hand, he prayed, "My dear Lord, I was so proud that I thought you were taking my share of the offering away. Now, by your grace, I understand that you are the Supreme Lord. Therefore, my Lord, please forgive me and bless me so that I do not act so foolishly again." So here, demigod worship, you can see that was rejected. Uh, he tried to destroy Vrindavan with rain, but he could not. Lord protected all the Vrajvasis. Then Indra came to beg pardon, and then he just leaves Vrindavan like that. So this is the little story to indicate that Vishnu, Lord Krishna, is the only worshipable object, and demigods they are to be respected, but they are not worthy of worshipping. Okay, so that is about the session. Now I will go over what we have done in couple minutes. Then we will open up for question answer. Then I will have you recite this one verse about last verse that we read, very nice verse. You don't have to memorize it, but we'll just practice today. So first of all, some of the things that we discussed today, I will highlight that thing, that we talked about three departmental heads, right? Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Then first expansion of Lord Krishna, we talked about who is Balaram. Then we talked about the function of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu. So Lord Shiva destroys, Lord Brahma creates, Lord Vishnu maintains, like that. And we also knew how Lord Shiva destroyed the material world by performing Tandam Nritya. Then there are 12 Mahajanas, we talked about it. Then there are disciplic succession, bona fide disciplic, we talked about there are four Brahma, from Brahma, Lakshmi, Shiva, Kumaras, like that. And we also discuss about whether demigod can liberation, but demigod cannot give liberation. And what is our original constitutional position? Our original constitutional position is to please and serve Krishna. So these are the things that in short we discuss. We will go through reciting this last verse, and then we'll go to question answer. Homework question will be comparative value of three modes of nature by using example of fire, wood, and smoke. Firewood, smoke, and fire, that I have explained it to you. So you can consider that as your homework question. Also, demigods are respected but not to be worshipped. I have discussed that also. So you can also answer that as your homework questions. Now let's go to the verse here. Okay, so please recite after me. Here is in English also. Everybody can recite together after me, okay? And quickly, and then we will go to question answer session. You ready?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so please recite after me. Vasudeva Paraveda.
Vasudeva Paraveda.
Vasudeva Paramakha.
Vasudeva Paramakha.
Vasudeva Parayoga.
Vasudeva Parayoga.
Vasudeva Parakriya.
Vasudeva Parakriya.
Vasudeva Param Jnanam.
Vasudeva Param Jnanam.
Vasudeva param tapah.
Vasudeva Paramahara.
Vasudeva paro dharmo.
Vasudeva Paramahara.
Vasudeva paragatihi.
Vasudeva Paramahara.
Very good. So you don't have to memorize this thing. I haven't put that in your memory and the memory verses, but just for class exercise we did that. So now we can go to question answer session. If you have any questions or comments, we can discuss that. And after that, you play Kahoot game. So those who have questions, they can raise your hand and go one by one.
Hare Krishna, dear kids. So please unmute yourself one by one and feel free to ask a question, Prabhuji. Nehashri. Nehashri, can you unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, so what does austerities mean?
Austerity means something you go through voluntarily, go through some trouble for better benefit.
Okay.
For example, you do Ekadasi Vrat, that is austerity. You fast, that is austerity.
Okay.
Some activity you do, voluntarily, to gain something better.
Okay.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else?
Shlo.
My question is that when Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill,
Yes.
that's the reason why he's called I forgot the name.
Yeah.
Govind or
Giridhari.
Giridhari.
Giridhari. Yes, Govinda, you're right. That's why his name is Giridhari. Giri means Parvat, mountain, and Dhari means one who holds it. Giridhari. Okay. So that's why one name of Krishna. Also, in this Leela, Indra gave a name to Krishna, Govinda. Okay, which is very dear name. Govinda is very famous
Yeah,
name.
that was the one I was gonna ask about, not the other one. I was gonna ask about Govinda one.
Yeah, Govinda. That is given by Indra.
Who protects the cows?
Yeah, because so go means two things. Go means also our senses, and go means also cow. Okay, so
Also,
one who pleases the senses and cow, that's why. So Krishna gives pleasure to cows, and that's why his name is Govind. Da means give, dadati. You have heard the word in Sanskrit, dadati, da, Govinda. Go means cow, and da means give. So he gives pleasure to cows. So that's why his name is Govinda. Like Govinda Gopal. Govinda, you are giving pleasure to cow?
yeah.
Right. Okay. So who is next?
I also had one more question.
Yes, go ahead.
Hold on, let me remember that. I was gonna tell you before, but during that some people were like saying about.
Okay. Jyotsna, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
I'll raise my hand if I remember.
Hare Krishna.
My question is what are the two divisions?
Two division of what?
I think you said something about two divisions where
Oh, Lord
one-
Krishna. integrated part and separated part. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, basically the whole universe, the Krishna is one, but then there are Krishna's integrated part. They comes under the category of Vishnu Tattva. They are all godly. Supreme is Krishna, and there are separated part, that is living entity, that we fall under that category. So that are the two divisions: integrated part and separated part.
Okay. My second question is, why did Lord Krishna reject the demigod worship?
Because demigod cannot liberate us, while Vishnu, Lord Krishna, can liberate us. Another reason, demigod only can provide material benefit, and that is also temporarily, and also to limited extent. They cannot provide to the fullest extent. So even from material thing, the base thing is that you have to worship Lord Krishna, Vishnu form, any Vishnu form, Lord Krishna or any Vishnu form, or integrated part. But demigod worship is rejected in a sense that what they give is temporary and also limited in amount, and they cannot give us liberation. Only they can give material benefit. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Krishna Chintan.
Ramchandra. Actually, Prabhuji, when you were mentioning about like the firewood, the fire and the smoke,
Yeah.
you said why is the firewood the least?
Why what?
Why, like you said, like fire is like the topmost, and smoke is the
Fire is
second.
superior. Fire is superior smoke. Well, the comparison is given because the firewood, smoke, and the fire, the wood, and the smoke, they are compared to these three modes of material nature. Okay, to analyze this thing is given. So fire is based because out of all this thing, okay, you take wood, and you take smoke, and you take fire. So out of these three, fire is superior because when the fire is there, you can do the sacrifice and you get all the benefits of sacrificial arena.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason that three terms are used is to compare. So fire is compared with goodness, like smoke is compared with passion, and wood is compared with ignorance. Yeah.
Nehashri,
So
do you
just
have-
like smoke gives indication that fire, there is a fire, the mode of passion is better than ignorance in that condition. But yet mode of goodness is better than passion, right? In that conditions.
Nehashri?
Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a one more question. So what are the 12 Mahajanas?
Yeah, the 12 Mahajanas, as I mentioned, Brahma, Narad, Lord Shiva,
Okay.
4 Kumaras, Kapil Bhagwan, Manu, Prahlad, Janak Maharaj, in is Ramayana, the past Sita's father, Janak Maharaj, Bhishma Pitama, Bali,
Okay.
then Sukdev Goswami, and Yamraj.
Okay.
Those are 12.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so now kids, it's a time to play Kahoot.
Mataji, who is doing Kahoot?
I am.
Okay.
Everybody see my screen? Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
My
Okay.
screen.
Oh, thank you. So today pin is 5504438. 5504438. Everybody is in. Okay, so I think everybody is in, right? Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Is everybody is in?
Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So best of luck, kids. Now we have to start our Prabhu. First question. Who are three departmental head of three qualities of the material world? Brahma, Vishnu, Shiv, Brahma, Vishnu, Ganesh, Brahma, Shiv, and Kartikeya. Good job. Everybody give correct answer. It's a Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Krishna Chinta is first position. Good job, Krishna Chinta. Now we go to next question. Who is the first expansion of Krishna? Brahma, Balaram, Garbhodayak Vishnu. Who is the first expansion of Krishna? It's a Balaram. Now the result is Namuni and Ella got third position. Good job, kids. The third question is, what is the function of Shiva in the material world? Creation, destruction, and maintenance. Good job. Everybody give correct answer. Jyotsna get a. Jyotsna has the highest answer streak of third position. Thank you, Jyotsna. Fourth question. How does Lord Shiva destroy material world? By the Tandav, by the Leela potency, by the Sarup Shakti. By the Tandav. Namoni and Ella has the streak with 4 correct answer in a row. Good job, Namoni. Now we go to next question. How many Mahajans are mentioned in Shrimad Bhagwatam? 10, 9, 12 or 8? How many Mahajans are mentioned in Shrimad Bhagwatam? It's 12 Mahajans. 8 kids give correct answer. Aditya Kasturi is the highest climber. Good job, Aditya. Now we go to next question. What are four bona fide lines of disciplic succession? Brahma, Lakshmi, Ganesh and Hanuman. Brahma, Lakshmi, Shiva and Kumaras. Brahma, Lakshmi, Ram and Shiva. Brahma, Rama, Shiva and Kumaras. What are four bona fide lines of disciplic succession? It's a Brahma, Lakshmi, Shiva and Kumaras. Five, four gives a correct answer. Josna got a, Govindo got a. Good job, Govindo. Now, next question. Can demigod give liberation? Yes or no? Can demigods give liberation? No. 8 kids give correct answer. I think one kid got left because it's only 9 shows. Ramachandra has a streak with 7 correct answers in a row. Good job, Ramachandra. You got all 7 correct answers. Now it's the last question for today's Kahoot. What is our original concentration position? To serve and please Krishna, to serve and please demigod, to serve and please living entities. It's a to serve and please Krishna. All kids give correct answer. So the now result is third position is Josna. Second is Ramachandra. And first Krishna Chinta. Good job, kids. And runner-up is Govinda and
Prabhuji, where can we find those stories like the story you just the little Krishna story you just told?
Govardhan Puja, Govardhan Leela.
Yeah, but where did you find that? Like which
Yeah,
website can you find
yeah, it
those?
is Shrimad Bhagwatam. Shrimad Bhagwatam, Canto 10.
Okay.
so Prabhuji, here are 4 kids to give all correct answers. It's a Krishna Chinta, Ramachandra,
Yeah.
Josna, and Govinda.
Yeah.
They give correct answers. All are correct answers.
Yes. Yes. Very good. So today all kids are not joined, huh? Some of them are missing.
Yes, Prabhu. One kid answer.
Some
Okay.
people leaving.
Yeah.
So Prabhuji, I didn't understand that bona fide the inspection of the Brahma, Lakshmi, Shiva, and Kumaras.
Yeah, these are the 4 disciplic succession. Means Lord Krishna gave these 4 personalities this knowledge. He gave it to Brahma, he gave it to Lakshmi, he gave it to 4 Kumaras, and then he gave it to Lord Shiva. And then each uh, disciplic success, each sampradaya has his acharya. For example, Brahma has Madhavacharya, Lakshmi has Ramanujacharya, Kumara has Nimbarkacharya, and Lord Shiva has Vishnu Swami.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So Prabhuji, now everything is over for today's class. So
Okay, so
should
we should end the class here, Mataji, then?
Prabhuji, she can drop their kids. Is
Pardon
any
me?
class. Prabhuji,
Huh?
she drop her kids to the class, some classes. So she is not there.
Oh.
Who got dropped?
Okay, Mataji, shall we end the class here or?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagwatam ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha pavanebhyo.
Patanam pavanebhyo vašnavebhyo namo namaha.
Hare Krishna, everyone.